Does anxiety come out of nowhere where it might not feel warranted or welcomed? Does it affect your day-to-day functioning in being able to do things that you want to do or enjoy doing? Stay tuned. I'm going to guide you through an effective vagus nerve exercise that will really help manage and regulate some of that anxiety. Now, right before we jump into that exercise, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button, because more likes and subscriptions from viewers like you allow me to continue to create more amazing content like this. So thank you so much. Now, real quickly, before we even start this exercise, I just want to share a tidbit about anxiety. Anxiety is that unsettled feeling that can pop up and we can feel really tense and feel like it's coming out of nowhere. So why do we even experience it? Well, it actually goes back to what's built in to every human being, our basic survival instincts. Our brains and our bodies are wired to keep us safe in the face of danger. You've probably heard this before, the fight, flight, freeze. That's when our brain senses a threat, whether it's a real one, like a dangerous predator, or another one that's a little bit more innocuous, such as a stressful email, can activate our fight, flight, and freeze response. This is going to have a number of impacts on our body. Physically, you're going to experience an increased heart rate. Your breathing's going to go faster and shallower. You're going to have blood pumping to your extremities, moving from your heart all the way out to your arms, your legs. You might experience some sweatiness, dry mouth, really focusing in like you're having tunnel vision. And all of this is because of our wonderful nerve called the vagus nerve, which is supposed to be there when we need it to be there, but not on that level of intensity of turn to on to that fight, flight, freeze when we don't. And that's where we can run into some problems, where that on switch is left on and we don't have that ability to come back down into that calm, restful place. And when this happens, not only are you going to continue feeling those physical symptoms of anxiety, but you're also going to experience some mental things such as black and white thinking, over-catastrophizing, over-generalization, thinking worst case scenarios. It can also make it really difficult to concentrate on what you're doing, and also make it really difficult to remember things that you're just learning or hearing. But thankfully, the good news is when it's left in the on switch, there's something we can do about it to slowly bring it back down to the off switch, or maybe not necessarily the off switch, but dialing down the intensity enough so that it doesn't have to be on at 100%, and we can have it on just the right amount to be vigilant enough and also calm. So let's dive into that exercise that I spoke about, targeting your vagus nerve specifically. We're going to do 3 different exercises in a row. So we're going to layer your experience of calmness, and by the end, pay attention to how you're feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically as we tune into that vagus nerve. So the first exercise is I'm going to get you to find a comfortable place, sitting, standing. And as you get to this place, I'm going to invite you to begin by taking a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out either through the mouth or the nose. Now, I'm going to invite you to take your neck, starting with your right side, and you can take your right ear and move it down towards your right shoulder. Avoid any overstraining or pain. If you have any pain here, just stop right before it gets too painful. As you move your right ear to your right shoulder, I'm going to invite you to take your eyes and glance to the right. And we're going to hold this here for 30 seconds, and I'll let you know when the time is up. And as you hear, just allow your breathing to be as it is. It might start to deepen. A few more seconds. You might notice a propensity or a urge to yawn or sigh or swallow. If it comes, just allow your body to follow it through. Okay, and then keep your eyes looking to the right, and then move your head gently up to the neutral middle position, and then move your eyes forwards. You do it in this way to avoid getting too dizzy. And then now we're going to repeat on the other side. So moving your left ear towards your left shoulder, again stopping at any pain, and then taking your eyes down to the left. We're going to hold this again for 30 seconds. If you have the urge to swallow or sigh or yawn during this, feel free to follow your body through. This can allow an extra layered element to turning on the calming part of your vagus nerve. You may notice your body starting to relax, your breath starting to deepen. And again, let's start coming out of this, but again, remember, keep your eyes to the left and then move your head up first, slowly to neutral, and then move your eyes back to center. Good. I'm going to take a deep breath here. I invite you to do it as one as well. Simple. Hey, let's move on to the next one. You already know most of it. So, again, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. We're going to do a little bit of a variation here. So I'm going to invite you to now, right ear to right shoulder, and you're going to take your eyes in the opposite direction. So eyes go up to the left. You don't have to strain your eyes here. You don't look as far as you can. That might be too much. Just have a comfortable gaze upwards to the left. You might notice some more room being created in your neck and shoulders. An alternative to this is you might also have your eyes closed as you have your neck turned, and then just move your eyes over to the left with your eyes closed. Will have the same effect that I'll explain later. And then moving your head back to neutral while you keep your eyes to the left, and then moving your eyes over to neutral. And then we're going to go to the other side. Neck down to the left. Eyes up to the right for 30 seconds. Remember, if at any point you're having any pain or undue tension, you can just adjust your neck a bit so that it's not as far down. If you need to come out of this, you also can. Sometimes this can create a little bit of dizziness with the movement, and that's okay. Please follow your body. And don't worry if your neck doesn't go all the way to the side. Mine definitely doesn't. Then I'll invite you to slowly move your head back to neutral and eyes back to center. Good. Notice how you feel. And now we're going to go to the last little exercise. You've gotten 90% of what it is already. We're going to layer one more element here. So I'm just going to adjust in my chair so you can see me here. What you're going to do is, again, we're going to tilt our head to the right, ear going towards your right shoulder. This time, you're going to take your right hand and put it over top of your head, just to the top left part of your head. You're not pulling. It's just a gentle touch right on the side of the head. And at the same time, you're going to take your left arm and have it come across your torso. And you just kind of want to wrap your arms, if possible, around your ribs there with a gentle tug in the opposite direction. You don't need a lot of force here. We're just offering our body a little bit of movement. If this feels enough, you can stop here. If you like, you can move your eyes in either direction, your choice, up to the left or down to the right for 30. Making any adjustments as you go to follow what your body needs. Then slowly, one at a time, hand off around your torso, then your right arm off your head gently, and then moving your head back to neutral, and finally eyes back to center. Good. Now we're going to do our last portion here, and you got it, it's the other side. So, starting with your left ear, moving it down to your left shoulder, then taking your left arm and moving it over your head to the top right part of your head just with a gentle touch. Then taking your right hand across your torso with a nice slight pull. Very, very light. And again, your choice. Eyes going up to the right or to the left. And I'll let you know when we're done. Remember, at any point you may follow your body into a yawn or a sigh or a swallow if it comes. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Good, and then again, left hand off your head gently. Right arm away from your torso. Neck slowly comes up to neutral. And your eyes back to center. And then I'll invite you to take a quiet moment of reflection to notice how your body feels in this moment. Maybe you notice some more space in your lungs. Maybe you notice a little less tension in your shoulders. Some openness in your back and your chest and your torso. Knowing that you just showed up for yourself doing 3 similar yet separate exercises. And if you notice some benefit from this, some lightness perhaps, some release, these are very simple yet effective vagus nerve exercises you can take with you to anywhere you go, at work, at home, outside. You're really giving yourself that 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other side. Tapping into the other part of your vagus nerve, which helps us connect, called the ventral vagus nerve. Wonderful. Now, before I share with you why it worked, I want to share something special with you. This isn't a paid sponsorship or anything like that. This is a collaboration that I'm doing with a dear friend and colleague, Julie Marquis. Her website is juliemarquis.ca. I'll have all the links below. But as you can see, she had sent me some amazing hoodies and sweaters, and her branding is Simply Human. It's super comfy. I really, really enjoy the colors. The thing I love about these sweaters, so Julie's a therapist herself. She runs a group practice, and these sweaters are made with a therapy world in mind. So for example, on my sleeve here, I have a see, feel, hear, smell, and taste. And it's kind of on my wrist so that you can kind of see it. It's like a little bit of a cue, a little bit of a reminder to re-anchor yourself, use your senses. Very, very, I think, Julie, and very on brand also with kind of the stuff we do here at Calm with Kyle. She sent me, as you can see here behind me, I have one other sweater. Asking for help is strength. And this will be on the back of a sweater with a nice, very subtle, simple, elegant label. And she sent my little son one too. So he has this little one that he wears all the time. Be kind to your mind. And I really enjoy this small one too. So thank you, Julie. If you're interested in this, there's a link to her website below and a promo code Calm with Kyle that will give you a discount on any of her merchandise. Please check it out and consider supporting her and maybe getting one of these sweaters. So some of the rationale for doing this and why it might have had an effect or benefit for you is that progressively doing this flexing and releasing, first and foremost, increases flexibility in our thoracic spine, which could free up movement in the joints between our ribs and our sternum. That can allow for more lung space. It also, while increasing breathing capacity, reduces that forward head posture. The more that we have a forward head posture, the more strain our spine is taking on, and actually the more activation of our sympathetic nervous system as our head moves forward into that forward head posture. So the more that we reduce that through this kind of exercise or other ones, we're going to take that load off and allow our system to that much easier come into our parasympathetic nervous system, or our rest and digest system. In terms of some of the movements that we did there, part of the eye movements allows a little bit of gentle massaging of the ocular motor cranial nerve, and as well as the vagus nerve. And staying in that for a little bit of longer time sends signals to our body and our brain that we are in a safer place, safer position in this moment, and that will have a domino effect to the calming part of your nervous system to really allow that rest and digest to turn online. And as a result, working with our body directly then is going to have, again, a cascading effect to the feelings and emotions and the anxiety that we're experiencing, and start to bring down those levels so that it's not in that fixed on position at 100%. So if you notice that this was beneficial for you, I'll invite you to drop a comment down below, ask any questions. I'll do my best to respond to every comment. Maybe mention how it was for you. If you really enjoyed what we did today, I'll invite you to, again, take it into your own practice. You can come back to me guiding you through it, or in your own time throughout your day. I really invite you to hit that like button and subscribe, because more viewers like you allow me to create more content like this. And I really appreciate the time that you took to watch the video today. So stay tuned. And if you want to continue your journey, there will be a link here for another video, vagus nerve specific, to increase and layer even more calmness into your nervous system. Until then, if I don't see you soon, I wish you the best, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Have a great day.